All right, I'm going to go into a subject that sort of freaks me out. You may notice that when I do videos, my fingernails get really long, and I don't really mind cutting my fingernails, but they remind me how bad my toenails are. My toenails, the two big toes, have really thick, hard nails, and they're powdery. It's disgusting. I won't show you my toenails, I promise. I'll freak you out if I show you. Now, there are many cutters. Oh, I'm actually missing one. Oh, well, anyway, I have another cutter that was recommended. You know, when you're on the internet, they get this cutter. It's good for thick nails and all that. All right, these are a pair of cutters that I bought online. And these are a miniature version of pliers that you could use to cut nails flush with wood. Okay, and these do a good job cutting the nail close or cutting the nail across. Okay, you can use these. Now, this was an original nail clipper, and this is the bigger size. All right, and this is my diagonal cutters for electronics, and I was using these for years. But what happens? Oh, and this is the family cutters that we used years ago. These have been, you can see my father had sterilized the tip, put it in the fire to sterilize the tip to do an ingrown toenail. And like I told you, my father did a lot of weird, stupid stuff. See, as soon as you do that, you dull the cutter, and you take the temper out of the metal. But if you were to tell him you were going to do this, he would tell you the same thing. You'll ruin them. Well, when he gets an infected toenail, that's what he would do. I should actually throw these out. I can't use them. They can't cut anything anymore. All right, now you see all these things to cut your toenails, and then so I started asking older people, and they start off with telling you they have no trouble reaching their toes, but you further on in the conversation, they can't reach their toes anymore. Their wife is cutting their toenails for them. But in the beginning of the story, when you ask her, in the beginning of the question, how do you cut your toenails? Are you having any problems at all? No, I don't have any problems. And he goes on. All of a sudden, I said, the guy's fat. And I'm asking him. And he says his wife cuts them for him. And he kind of laughed. He thought about it. He says, you know what? I don't really cut my own toenails. I have my wife do it, which is a pretty good answer. Other people say, I don't have any trouble at all cutting my nails. I said, they didn't get thick at all? No problem at all. They go to a podiatrist. I said, well, how do you get them done? Oh, I go to a podiatrist. See, technically, if your wife cuts your toenails, it's because you can't do it. So you have a problem cutting your toenails. If you go to a podiatrist, you have a problem with your nails because you can't cut them, so you go to a podiatrist. Okay? So you say, well, John, what do you do? Well, I can show you other cutters that I bought. And my toenails can get up to an inch long. And I know it's gross, but I have trouble reaching them because I'm a little chubby. And my knee starts to hurt and my hip starts to hurt. So I came up with this system to fix that. Now, when you take a shower, you come out of the shower and you get a file. And you file your nails down a little bit. The big toes, the big toenails on the big toes. And you say, why have I... No, I'm talking a file. Okay, you can see the white in it. That's toenail. Okay, this is a Sears file. I'm not talking one of them little pedicure files. Okay, I'm talking a freaking cutting steel file. All right, and this is what I do. I touch my nails up once a week with this, and the problem has gone away. Okay, now the other nails on my foot or feet, I can cut with these. They do a pretty good job, but I still touch everything up with this. And the reason I do is so when you put the sock on, sometimes you have an edge on the toenail and it hooks the sock, and then socks are made out of polyester. So now you got this piece of wire polyester coming out of the sock. But I try everything. I have other cutters other than these. And you see it, they pop up on you when you're on the internet. Now this says, I think Germany on here. This at one time was a very common Sears file. General use file, and I bought one day. I was in Sears. I said, let me try. I use this file all the time. Now I use it on my nails. But in other words, you can use this on aluminum and it won't load up. Okay, of course it loads up with toenails, but it won't load up with aluminum. The cutting teeth on the file are far enough apart that you can get the aluminum to come back out. So this is like a general use file. And I just wanted to show you that because I've seen many files, or YouTube files, or different videos on cutting your nails, and they take really thick nails, and then the person's foot is as dainty as you can believe. I'm talking elephant type toenails, okay? And you look at them and you're like, I don't want to do them today. You know, it's like you lean over and you got your foot up on a chair and you feel your hip, the pressure on your hip, the pressure on your knee. Well, like I said, now I sit down in the chair, I put my foot up on the chair with the left hand. I hold the tip of the toenail with the thumb, and I come underneath with my pointer finger and hold the nail so the nail don't vibrate. And I only cut in the downstroke. I don't cut coming up. And you go down, and the nail, it doesn't take just a few seconds. It takes a while to file, even with this file. Okay, but it does work, and I don't care how thick that nail gets. This baby is going to work on it. You know, like I said, when I was having problems, I went looking for a solution, and it's like the trims on the S-70 helicopter. There's all these videos on watch this, watch. Not one of them tells you to set those trims, how to set those trims. If those trims aren't set right, the safety lock to keep the helicopter from coming on will not work. Okay, and I watch all these videos, and watch out, this blinks, that. No, the first thing you got to do is you got to set those trims. Okay, and that's what I'm telling you. If you got really thick toenails and you still want to be self-sufficient, you don't want to go to a podiatrist, or you do go to a podiatrist, but you got to go somewhere today, and you got to cut that nail down. Here it is, a real file. Not a freaking cardboard with the emery glued to it. A file that'll do steel. Okay? That's how simple it is. I think that's it. All right, that's it.